Hello friends, welcome to my channel and thanks for watching the video. Friends, in this video I'm going to discuss about the velocity of money for United States, and we are going to discuss about the broad money and how the velocity has been in the past couple of 10, 20 or even 30 years. So you will get a fair amount of idea about how it has been and how it will be in terms of data and in terms of probable price actions. So this is as you can see, this is M2 velocity of money. So this is a broad money if you familiar with the economics term, and if you don't, and if you are new to the stock market and watching this video, so basically, velocity of money is nothing but the speed at which money revolves within the economy. Okay, it moves from one person to another person. So it's a different concept, but for the time being, you can keep these thing as simple as that. So the amount at which money moves or the currency moves into the economy is the velocity. And if you have seen that since 1996 1998, where it is around 2.19, so it's been down since then, and it's more than even 20 years it's been down, and currently the velocity has moved down to around 1.35 or 37. So you can see a sharp decline in the trend. But what I'm more concerned about, obviously there is a decline. Okay, so there is a big and sharp decline, but what I'm more concerned about and what I basically like to see in these kind of charts is the rate of change rather than the absolute number, because you will see there is a pattern in which the change has happened and will happen. Okay, so we are going to discuss about that as well. So this is the consecutive change which has happened. When I say consecutive, it means the change between the release of one data to the next data. So with each and every data releases by the authority, how the change has happened. So you can see in terms of percentages that how the volatility has fallen down, and probably it's been the second or third lowest since global financial crisis of 2008. So you can see in 2009, so this is 2000 and October 2008, where it has the rate of change or the percentage change is fallen down to -4 percent, and right now it is around, you can see it is -3.71. So there is a rate at which it is moving, and if it is a little skewed for you, I have made a chart. So this is the yearly change of velocity from one year to another year. So probably this is a bit more clear and a bigger chart. So you can see here, you will see the same picture right now. In the yearly chart you will see a different scenario where it has fallen down in April 2009. It has fallen down to -11%, and currently it is, you can see it is like -5.5%. Okay, so I will show you one more thing, then we will discuss about the concept. So this is one of the broadest economy velocity of money, USMZM. So you will see that how the chart has fallen down, and it's keep on falling. The broader money, the broadest money has keep on falling since 1980, where it was 3.53. Right now it is around 1.24. It is practically halved. Okay, in the past uh, 40 years, probably 40 years, 30 to 40 years, and this is the rate of change. Okay, So this is the rate of change, and this is near to, I think, 2008 lows, and it's been fallen very sharply into 19 around 1980 and 1983, in between that. So you will see in 1983 minus 14%. Okay, minus 14%. So right now it is minus 4%. Okay, so this is the data. So this is the data. For the time being, I will just stick to this chart. So this is the data. What does it means? Forget about the narrative and what US Fed and all the big guys are saying, that okay, we will skew this thing, that thing, we will not go to zero and all those stuff. But the data is showing that the velocity has been going down, it's been going down from past 20-30 odd years. Okay, so there are some internals which are forcing this data to be like this. Okay, so you have the demographics, you have the debt, you have a stronger currency, you have a trade war, you have the pandemic, and most importantly, you want to save your stock market. And being said that, because of this slowdown and health crisis, every major economies or developing economies in the world is suffering from job losses, from scarcity of food, from each and everything which a normal people requires to sustain in life. So obviously they will do whatever they can do. They have said that. So if you are saying that we know we are not going to do this, we will stick to that. So data is not saying something like that. Okay, so I'll stick to the data, and if you see the data, why this has not been moving up, because people are scared to spend money. Even if you give money, they are scared to spend money. And the kind of demographic changes the developed economies are going through, where most of the people are out of the workforce, obviously they are not going to spend. Okay, so that's the problem. Because if you talk about big corporation, there is an exchange of money. So from one person to another person, that's it, from one institution to another institution. That's why the velocity of money is important, because it doesn't bother about the volume of the money, but it tells you the number of times the money has been exchanged. So if there is only one time of exchange, it doesn't matter if the volume of money is very weak, because there is one recipient party and there is one given party, nothing else. So there is an internal transaction between two parties, and it's not going to flow in the entire economy. That's why it is important. So what the data is showing, that you will have something big in terms of currency action, in terms of again giving some kind of package or benefit, and it's going to keep on coming until the data has shown something different. Forget about each and everything what the Fed is saying and what they are trying to prove. I'm not sure and I don't know, but the data is not supporting that. So this is the end of the video, and if you like this video, do share a comments, like and share it, and subscribe my channel. Lastly, take care of your family and friends.